Nice, we're live. How are we doing, everybody? Thanks for watching. I wanted to make this live video because I wanted to basically celebrate the fact that the Rebelchumps YouTube channel exists for 2 years now. I created the channel, and I'm looking on the computer screen now, on the 5th of November in 2015, which was close to the announcement of or the release or theater release of the Force Awakens. And yeah, it really started there with the hobby and the lifestyle and everything that comes with custom lightsabers. And I would never imagine that hey Mac, how you doing? I would never imagine that 2 years down the road I will own several of these lightsabers that are basically really high-end pieces, collectible pieces for a crazy amount of money. Thank you, George. And I had no idea that I would stick so long to the hobby. Thanks, Big Kenobi. Thanks very much, everybody, for the praises. But I could never expect myself to stay in this hobby so long. I thought, well, I get some Ultra Saber sabers and some Saber Force sabers, try out what it is all about and see if it's anything for me, and then no, cut it out soon after. But no, it's an thank you, Steve. Yeah, it's an addiction for sure, and I didn't realize that. But there is something about lightsabers or custom lightsaber props. They're relatively small. They're real things. Like, you can actually hold them, you can play with them, you can make your fantasy become reality. And before that, I did a lot of this kind of stuff. So I collected a lot of stuff like this. That is kind of cool too, collecting action figures and whatnot. But you cannot really recreate or relive your fantasy, because most of the time this is the kind of stuff you just put on display, and it collects dust. You look at it and it just, yeah, it's cool, it's really cool, but it's just collecting dust. And with these kind of lightsabers, I really feel like I need to play with them. They become a part of me, and I become part of the role-playing stuff, and they're just fantastic. They really are fantastic, and also they're a gateway to making so many more new friends, and go out there, go outside, play outside, have fun, do gatherings, cosplay, whatever. It's really cool. Yeah, like Ben Kenobi said, it really becomes more of a lifestyle than anything, and it sounds really weird because what we're looking at is just a lightsaber prop. It's nothing else to it. It's just a lightsaber prop. But still, yeah, it's really interesting how that evolves. And I always was more into swords than rifles. So it makes sense for me as well to really got into it, and it never really let go. And funny thing is, like, let me get another saber. So this is a second-hand saber that I recently picked up. It's a Saber Force Gladius version 1, and you know, even though it's just a cylindric shape and a lot of the lightsabers have more or less the same dimensions of length and whatnot, they never get boring. There's always something new about them. They handle different, they feel different, and it's really amazing, and it really does not get, I not get bored by it. Yeah, Mac, this dark saber will definitely receive his full review treatment, just like any other saber. I also have my videos for my Dark Alice Slim Coda up very soon. One of those sabers that are really high end, and I'm just so happy that I have that in my collection. But yeah, I didn't imagine that that when I created this channel that I would last that long. I thought I'd just do a few videos and yeah, see how it goes. But it seems like a lot of people are very interested to see all these different lightsaber reviews, and that is like, it's fueling me even more to make more and more videos, because I really enjoy seeing your guys' feedback and see, for example, comments like, oh, I picked up the lightsaber as well after seeing your review. So that's really cool, and I really enjoy that. And we're now over 250,000 views as well, so that's pretty dope as well. I'm pretty happy with that. Are there any other sabers I'm planning to get? Yes, I actually planning to get a few more Saberford sabers, which I did not review yet, and Ultra sabers as well. Also the Alta Sabers Broom Guard. I just want to try it out. I want to see what it is all about. I think it's a fun saber, just for halves, and probably that will be the giveaway saber. Um, what about the blade? What Dark Saber Ripper Black? I didn't have a Ripper blade yet. I do want to review a Ripper blade as well. Maybe should get my hands on one to do a full review on it, because it would fit the best, of course, with a Dark Side Saber. And I also will be visiting my friend Aaron Lynn very soon. And he has his own version of the Dark Saber as well from the Pachtors/Wonderforce. So I'm gonna do a full review on that saber as well and see if I can do a comparison. And he has a whole bunch of new sabers as well, so I also will review those sabers while I'm there. And I also really want to get my hands on the Solos Hold Dark Side Saber. There is a how you say that? There's a poll at the moment where you can choose if you want to have the Dark Side Saber from the Clone Wars or from the Rebel season. I opted for the Rebels version because I think that one is the best looking one of the Dark Saber. I hope Solos Hold is going through with that and they're gonna make an accurate Dark Saber, because this is a really awesome Dark Saber, are heavily inspired from the Dark Side Saber. But I also want to get as accurate as possible version from the cartoon series, because I also ordered the Solos Hold Kanan Jarrus and Ezra Bridger's lightsabers. So I want to have a whole collection of Star Wars Rebels lightsabers as accurate and direct in terms of dimension wise, as close as real to the real deal. So I'm gonna get my hands on that as well, and then I'll do a comparison video as well. But the Dark Side itself from Solos Hold has squared off top and bottom, so it will have a square here and squared off here. It's not rounded like this one, which is much more comfortable, of course. But the Dark Saber does not have squared off, rounded off edges. It's all square. So that is something I want to get my hands on as well. But I have to be honest. The Last Jedi is almost here, so I have so many videos planned and scheduled in now that some of these videos will probably happen early next year, because it's I noticed for this weekend I had like 3 different saber videos. One for the Dark Side unboxing, there was an Solos Hold Padawan unboxing, and there was another saber I already forgot. Full review, I believe. So I think there was the Juggernaut. So there's like 3 sabers in 1 week. So I tried to spread it out as much as possible already, but darn, it's so many sabers. It's really hard to not overload you guys with lightsaber videos in 1 single week. I'm also gonna do a review on a whole bunch of lightsaber blades. I also see a lot of interest for that. So stay tuned for that. All kinds of day blades, night blades, photon blades from all kinds of brands. Do a full review, a comparison in brightness and whatnot. So that will be very cool. And then of course, as I keep saying, the core band sabers for the new run. I will be reviewing all the awesome sabers from 7 Chambers as well. And I'm gonna get my hands on the Saber Trio Arclight. I want to review that saber as well, because I really hear a lot of praises of that saber as well. And I still love my Skylar. It's a fantastic saber. RGB on it is amazing, super loud. It really pleasantly surprised me, that saber. Every time I play with it, it's like, yeah, this is a really good saber for a really good bang for buck. It's a really nice overall package and really enjoyable to play with. So yeah, there's a bunch of sabers coming, and I'm also eagerly waiting for upcoming releases from Vader's Vault. Hopefully they come with some new saber designs, because they did the Brawler a while ago, which I did not get, by the way. But I'm looking forward to the new releases. Hopefully more of inspired of Star Wars The Old Republic. I have a good feeling about it though. I also heard that some other saber companies come with a release very soon. I'm not gonna tell which companies yet because they did not announce it themselves, and I wait for their official announcement. Don't want to spoil any parties there. Of course, the Electrum Sabers Remnant will be reviewed as soon as I receive it, so that will be cool. That's another saber I'm really looking forward to do a review on. Whole bunch of stuff, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, back to the main topic. I mean, yeah, geez. 2 years ago, I made this YouTube account, and currently, you guys didn't see it yet, but I already have over. Let me see how many videos I have by now. I think 330 videos or 333 videos. Let me see. How can I see that? Let me just check really quickly. I just want to see how many videos I pooped out so far. 335 videos. Not all of them you can see yet because they're still on their schedule. But geez, I didn't know I had it in me to make that many videos. Cool. Steven also has some remnants in order. Awesome. What kind of color scheme did you get for go for? Did you go for the weathering or standard color scheme, and which colors? I went for the black and gold finish, I believe. But yeah, I mean, oh, actually, I'm gonna release a video now, and you guys can check it out after that. It's the Kaizen Dark Saber. I just make a very short video, like I do it with every saber nowadays. Is make a short video after the unboxing or full review, and then you can see the LED colors really nicely showing off while I do some spinning and stuff like that with a little music in the background. I really enjoy that. I also got questions to do the videos of showing the same sabers at daytime with a daytime blade. I might do that as well. One thing that I noticed since the last 2 years I have my YouTube account, and maybe you guys have a YouTube account as well, make some videos. What happened is since the last 2-3 months, YouTube has been demonetizing every video that I put up by default, and it's really annoying because every time I have to appeal, I get it approved, like every video I get approved, but I lose out some of the revenue. It's very little, of course, because I really have a little bit of money on coming from those videos, but every time it's the same bullshit, and I have to appeal it, and then they need to have a day or two to fix it, and it's super annoying. Okay, cool, the video's up, I just checked that. So you can check it out later if you want. That saber, this saber, it's amazing. I'm so happy I got on the run. Accordingly to Kaizen sabers, this run will end soon. They will not make this saber anymore. This hilt design, this hilt is depreciated for a newer version or a different design, so they won't make this exact hilt anymore. So when I saw that, initially I was really pulled off by the fact that it was really expensive for a new company that I never heard of. They didn't have any other products on the market. I was like, wow, I'm not so sure if I want to spend $500 on just the empty kit with a ripper blade. Well, I didn't get that option though, but so I was like, wow, that's really expensive, but I really love the design, and that is something that you sometimes have to do in the hobby, is take a gamble. Although it's a lot of money, of course, involved, but sometimes you need to say, okay, I'm gonna put my faith in you, and speak with these people and see what is the feedback you get from them, and how you perceive them. And I thought, okay, I just gonna follow this person, and I'm gonna believe in them. I believe they pull it off and come with an awesome product, and they did not disappoint me at all. This thing is truly amazing. It's really nice. You will see that in a full review, of course, but these new upcoming companies like Saber Trio, Kaizen Sabers, the Pach Store, Wonder Store, etc. are so good, and their price points can be so good as well, so competitive with Ultra Sabers of Saberforce. Like, it's no longer necessary to stare you blind on one or two brands only. There's so many new blood in the hobby that have fantastic products, like really high-end, well thought out quality products. And it's such a shame that both Ultra Sabers and Saberforce try to silence the majority by having and a small legion of minions slash sheeps that follow them blindly in their war and the mingling about fighting other saber brands and belittle them and just yeah, basically constantly fighting over Walter Sabers versus Saberforts and whatnot. Um, I think more and more people hopefully realize there's so much more out there for much better quality and an affordable price, that they step away from those companies more and more often in favor of those smaller companies. Because I really want these companies to grow further and keep coming with awesome products, so we have a much more competitive landscape with much more fair prices to choose from. And what I mean is, like, we go back to that issue with Phil, with Jordan Mall. You have a few sabersmiths that are advertised everywhere. They are the admins of all the biggest groups, and they're basically taking pure monopoly and charge whatever they want for any bull crap they sell. So if they charge you $120 for a spray paint job, they did that. They could do that. You could not appeal that. You could not say anything about that. So I'm so happy there's so much more going on now in the saber community. Much more feedback from other companies. Much better quality installers out there, etc. The biggest YouTubers, they're all heavily sponsored by Saberforts. They're really fist deep in Saberforts. Look at Shamim. No disrespect to Shamim, he's the master of everything. He's a very skilled person in both aesthetics and electronics install, but he's an admin of the biggest Facebook group owned by Saberforts. He is also, coincidentally, the sound font maker for all the Sabercore 3.0 sound fonts. That is not a coincidence. That is just monopoly. Yeah, sorry that I say it, but that's just how it is. And that's why I feel not very comfortable with how these guys perceive themselves and how they're being perceived within the community. And if you have any type of comments about that, then basically people are immediately saying that you are the bad person and blah 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 blah. That is just how it is. Ooh, I got my first troll again. I got some nice trolls on my YouTube channel as well. Probably because of what I say now, we have some people that are pissed off and have to thumbs down every video. Well, guys, fuck you. I don't give a shit about you. You can thumb me down, whatever you want. But that is what it is, guys. You have trolls everywhere. It is a lot of money in this community, in this this hobby or industry. Hobby, I should industry by now. I could confidently say industry by now. That it is what it is, and I mean, you can see it. It vibrates and it comes now to the surface, and it's going forward. It will be clearing the pathway for a lot of talents out there to actually come out there and make some awesome stuff. Vanja Simik says, do you know Sabercraft from Turkey? Well, actually I do know them, and I'm still interested in doing a review for Sabercraft, but it's not in my top in my top of my mind, to be very honest with you guys. I'm from Holland, and we have how you can say it nicely, we don't have the best experience with people from Turkey, and it's just crazy how Turkish people are doing, how they live in Holland, and the most things that I heard from Turkish people is something like hummus, put all Jews on gas, or secret lot, all these swear words and all that stuff, and they try to a lot of bad stuff. It's just more of a principle thing. So I want to get my hands on it, but I'm also a little bit scared because I just have personal bad experience with people from that country. So at least left a little bit of bad taste in my mouth, and I'm sorry if I disrespect anybody who's watching now. it's just a little bit of a principle thing for me, a little bit, I guess. Sorry. Maybe we can cover that in a different video. It has nothing to do with Star Wars, so I just don't want to go into it too much. But everybody has his own thing, right? So it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, I mean, geez, 2 years on YouTube. I'm really, really happy with that. It's been a very interesting experience for sure, and hopefully we're gonna do it another 2 years at least. We're gonna have a lot of fun there. Kid Sabers. Kid Sabers from Singapore. I never heard of Kid Sabers. No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of them. Probably a new company as well. Kid Sabers, no. I would love to know more about them. I do know Saber Mach, of course, which is a really good company. They have really, really good products, high-end quality. But Kid Sabers, no, never heard of them. It may be a smaller one-man band that is now coming up. I don't know yet, but I didn't see much of that person or that company yet on the bigger Facebook groups or anywhere else. It's actually the first time I heard about him or her or that company. So yeah, I'm interested in that. Singapore's around the corner, so it's always good to try out more stuff locally made here in Asia, because I noticed that a lot more guys in Asia now start to come up with their own companies, and they do it the right way. They do it the correct way, and they come with quality pieces that rivals, for example, Vader's Vault, and then I'm talking about Saber Trio, for example. Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I said. The Saber Trio Arclight is the saber that I'm gonna get as well, and then do a review on that. I think that's definitely an Ultra Saber's killer as well. It's something that I really want to try out. I want to get I want to get back on one thing about what's that? Sabercraft? No, Sabercraft. Yeah, Sabercraft. It's not like I completely rule it out that I will do a review on it. I'm just a little bit less inclined, and if I look at from a community perspective and just a hobby perspective, I'm all for it, full on. Maybe I just have to approach it that way instead of let my bitterness and basically my complaints about certain places. Maybe I should just leave that go and then just enjoy the hobby for what it is. Maybe that's one of my human errors I have, is sometimes I'm a little bit too bitter about some things, and then for stupid reasons I get to that point. Maybe I just have to let myself get over that and just enjoy the hobby, which is the most important thing than anything. Probably I have to do that because I'm probably wrong anyway. So if I offended anybody, I want to excuse for that. But yeah, I do have my grounded reasons for that as well at the same time. Okay, we got some reply already on my video that I just uploaded. Some people said they would like to hear the lightsaber swinging when I make the YouTube video with the sound. I can do that next time. I can lower the sound a bit. But the reason why I don't do it so much is most often I do an individual review of sound font. So I rather do an in-depth sound font review than just show off some swings, because it doesn't really give you that much of an impression of a lightsaber. Because yeah, you can hear some of the sound font, you can hear some of the swings, but it doesn't say much about the loudness of the hilt, especially when you have background music, etc. in there. So I feel like it's not the most important thing to have that in there. But I can definitely do it for you guys if there's enough demand. Yeah, sorry. So back on that Sabercraft story. I'm open for that. It's just yeah. Let me just rephrase. I'm just gonna see it from a lightsaber point of view. So I will get one and do a review on it. I was very curious about it because it's fully pre-wired and it's very easy to install. They seems to be very, very highly knowledgeable on the installation of the hilt, how it can be streamlined, and also the actual design and quality of milling, etc. From everything that I've seen in feedback on reviews and pictures, etc., it does looks very, very impressive. Especially that control box looks fantastic. So there should be no reason for me to take anything human level in I mean on a level that doesn't have anything to do to the hobby. So yeah. Okay, so yeah. 2 years, and I am hoping to, as I said, to go for another 2 years, at least with YouTube. If I look at the amount of lightsabers, custom sabers on the market, I can easily make another 2 years of videos. Like, there's so much lightsabers to be reviewed, and there's so much more coming out. It really becomes it is a saturated hobby. It is saturated. The market is saturated. There's so much out there. It's now the race for each saber company who makes what hill design the first. So there's a lot of secrecy and for good rights in there to have a saber company to bring out a certain saber hill design out to the market at first in the best quality, in the best extent they can, to win over the crowd and retain that crowd as a innovative company that comes out with daring new designs. So that's cool. I'm also still thinking about upgrading my camera equipment to an actual camera that is a little bit of high quality. I'm not too happy with using my phone for the last 2 years. I feel I can see more and more often the quality of the visuals is not top notch. I want to have it more top notch. But now I can become a little bit more serious because I'm already on YouTube for 2 years, so I'm determined to stay on this channel. I even created some sub channels for some gaming related stuff and some other stuff, so maybe due time I will review more about those channels as well if you guys are interested in it. One of the channel is a gaming channel, as I said. The other one is a it's really silly, but I'm trying to learn Russian, so I'm learning Russian on a daily basis. And thank you Beyond. So I want to share an experience on how to learn Russian in a year's time, and then in the end of 2018 we're gonna do a reflection of how much Russian I can speak. But that is totally something different. That is if you're into learning a language or something. So that's a different YouTube channel. And there's another YouTube channel I have, and I'm creating now. It's about, I'm very interested about anything military, like especially World War II, Soviets, Japanese army, the American army, etc. And also about eating the food rations they had at that time. So they call them meal ready eat, MREs. And I want to get into doing reviews of those meals. So I did a review of a Russian set, a military day set, when you eat the military food, and then how many calories there's in there, blah 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 blah. It's probably something very different from Star Wars, but it appeals to me. I have interest in it, and so I'm gonna do that as a side channel, because I really got, by doing this channel and seeing all the feedback from you guys, I really got into it and I really enjoy it. I see my son enjoys it. He wants to be a part of it. I feel like he's still too young, so I will keep some distance with him yet, because he's too young to be out there in the public and blah blah blah. So I need to protect him. But later on, he wants to do some YouTube as well, and I just really enjoy the conversations that I have with you guys and whatnot. Steven said, lived on those for years in the military, just not from World War II. No, the ones that I eat are modern ones. The ones are shelved on 2016, 17, all modern stuff. But it transpired from that time frame that I was just so curious about all that stuff. So nowadays I'm just yeah, I want to get into that as well. And it's really inexpensive. It's like $10-20 for a meal, and you just have fun, eat it once. Often not very tasty, sometimes it is tasty, but it's just fun to do. So yeah, I'm gonna continue with the YouTube game. I just love it. It's just fun. It's just mainly also for my son, to make this online history of myself, so when I'm old he can watch back YouTube videos potentially and see me in a much younger time frame. Maybe I'm not there anymore, you don't know. So I always recommend anybody who's watching now, just make a YouTube account. And just make videos about what you like, and it can be anything. The more niche the better. The more niche, the better. So if it's really niche and there's almost nobody there, it's good because you will probably grow quite significantly quite fast if it's a really cool niche or new niche. For me, it's just sharing the hobby because I like this hobby, I really enjoy it, and I miss the interaction that I have during my day life because I just work and have a kid to care of in the weekend, so not much else. Oh, sorry, that question was gone. I using my phone, so I couldn't see it. There was somebody with a Sonic icon. Can you repeat the question? You asked me about something about the Canon or Legacy. I couldn't see it. Sorry. Can you retype it? Sorry. I don't know. Maybe I can see it here. Let me see. No, I cannot see. It's a little bit funny. I cannot see the live chat, so it's kind of annoying with this live YouTube app feature. Like I can see the comments scrolling on my screen, but they only appear for a second or five, and then they're completely gone, so I can't see them anymore. So if I missed your question, sorry about that. It happens at times. But yeah, I'm gonna do a lot more lightsaber reviews, and hopefully at some point I can expand the lightsaber reviews. I mean beyond the lightsaber reviews on my channel. So I'm gonna do the Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. Oh, here I retype. Are you a fan of the Legends EU? So which are your favorite characters and novels? Actually, I'm just gonna be plain honest. I downloaded some of the PDF which contains. Thanks Artie. Thanks Artie and George. To be very fair, I'm not really into it very deep, and that's because I don't have that much time. But I wrote the novels of Bane. I'm not sure if that's Legends, but I felt it very intriguing. And there were novels about Bane, and there were novels about his female apprentice. I forgot her name. She had her own novelization as well, I believe, and I found her to be very interesting. Thanks, Dart Melkor. I forgot her name, and she was telling her experience as a apprentice for Darth Bane, and how Darth Bane was as a master, and I could recall there were like storylines. He was in a mansion somewhere. Darth Senna. Yes. I found her to be very interesting. I found the storyline very interesting. I don't know. Is that Legends? Is that Legends now? I don't know. I think it is. But yeah. I definitely need to catch up more. Because what happened actually, I had it on PDF. I downloaded all these ebooks, etc., and was reading through them, and all these comic books that has been transformed in PDF files. But we had an iPad, but my son broke it, so I don't have anything anymore, and the iPhone is too small. So I'm pretty bummed out that I cannot read it anymore. I also have to really pick my time, like what I'm gonna spend my time on, because I also want to learn. I'm learning Russian, so I need to spend at least 1 hour a day. Then I have to choose, like, do I make a video now for YouTube, or I'm gonna play a game for YouTube, or I gonna learn some Russian. Darth Maul, yes, yeah, Darth Maul, yeah. I only know him from the movie. I don't know his back-end story beyond Rebels and the Clone Wars and the prequel movies. Oh yeah, no, of course I know a little bit more because of the Night Sisters and blah blah blah. Yeah, I think Darth Maul is just fantastic, and that's why I like Darth Maul so much in Rebels, because he's now an old guy. He was quite matured, bittered, and yeah. I liked him in Rebels a lot. I liked him a lot in Rebels. I liked him more in Rebels than in the Clone Wars, basically. Yeah, I felt like his character was quite nice in Rebels. Plus, of course, he had his own Darksaber for a while. I don't know how he ever gave up that Darksaber. I know at some point the Darksaber went back from Maul to the Mandalorians, but I don't know how that came about. Did he just give it back, or say, I'm done with it, I don't want to lead the Mandalorians anymore? Because I would imagine the Mandalorians gave so much tactical advantage from Maul. So So I still don't really understand why the hell Maul just suddenly wasn't the leader of the Mandalorians anymore. Like, I truly don't understand it. But yeah, that's a very interesting storyline as well, like the Mandalorian clans and whatnot. Initially I don't really care too much about it, but yeah. Cool, yeah. Yeah, so we have Darth Zana, yeah. So you guys, are you guys, I know you guys like this design, this dark saber, but in this case it will not have a dark blade. Mine will be mostly rocking either a red blade or cyan blade, because I love cyan and I love red. This is an RGB saber, by the way. So I just wondered, like, would that be acceptable to you guys? Because I made a whole background story for this saber. In my mind I already have a whole story. I will do a separate video about that. But I think role-playing your lightsabers and having a character associated with that lightsaber is really important. Yeah, Ripper blades. Yeah. No worries, I will do that. But yeah, I'm just wondered, like, would you guys rock a dark saber with a different color, and then having it not being the actual dark saber, but an own iteration of it, for example. But I will not reveal too much about that storyline yet. But I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. I will get a Ripper blade. I got a discount coupon and so in with my order. But yeah, I need to order one soon and check it out what it is. I heard a lot of good stories about it, so that's kind of cool. Sorry, there's something happening with my computer screen. I don't know what it is. Yeah, but geez, there's so much good stuff, man. There's so much good stuff. I also will do some more collection videos on my lightsabers I have now, because the turnover rate of my collection is quite high. Haha, Question Mac already used it. That's okay, because I noticed it just had a random name on it. To be honest, I think everybody can use it that saw the coupon thing, because it was not tied to a specific, like, it was not incremental number or something. It was just a random number. So probably that my coupon does not expire. It's just like, here is the discount code on the piece of paper. So I think you guys are good. But yeah, I think it's officially should be tied to a purchase from Kaizen Sabers. So I cannot say anything. You can do it. So officially, I did not say you can do it. But yeah, I wanna try it out, the Ripper blade. I like Gary Ripper as well. He seems to be a very cool guy. Very relaxed, dedicated to making lightsaber blades, which again is something very niche within the lightsaber community, but he's so passionate about it and he's so good at it. That's really cool. I mean, there's so many facets to this hobby. Some guys are very good at etching. They dedicate themselves to etching. Some guys do weathering. They like battle damage weathering. Some guys are into powder coating. Some guys are making blade plugs. Some guys in 3D printed chassis. And all these people have their own almost full-time job of doing that. It's really cool. Darth Melicor said, I need to read. Ah, sure. I cannot read that fast. Oh god. Okay, see you later, Question Mark. Take care. Yeah, the thin blade, I think that would be best. Yeah, otherwise the material's too thick and then the light doesn't shine too bright. Yeah, and you just turned 7 yesterday, so he's like still having the aftermath of having his birthday.
And so guys, today you can buy this mask on the computer.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, okay.
You buy it and you have
this
dollar is 1,000.
Okay, go away.
It's not many money.
No.
Because this hat behind this mask.
Yeah, okay, go away. Go play. Yeah, so if you didn't know yet, he does like his Payday 2 game. Yes, I know he's 7 years old, he plays Payday 2, but he liked his Payday 2 mask a lot. I saw a message I'm sorry, this YouTube app is really annoying because I have to read so fast. I hardly can read all these comments. Shoot, I'm sorry. I saw in the comment something about force effects, or it was too fast. Actually, what, you know, guys? Actually, I'm a little bit disappointed in I just talked a little bit earlier. Oh. No worries, no worries. I'm kind of surprised that there's not much cool toys for the new Last Jedi movie. Oh, okay. Artie says I would like you to review the new Vader's Vault Vader. I might do that. I didn't pick one up, to be honest. I didn't order one because it's a core. I like it, but it's a core band kit, and I felt like I'm gonna be honest. I never was or am a fan of Darth Vader's lightsaber. I like the Graflex, but I don't like Vader's saber too much. I don't know why. It never appealed to me. I think it's the black shroud with the bubble strip so high on the control box. The way how it looks like, I never was a big fan of it. I'm sorry. I just, no, I never felt like I really want to have that lightsaber. No, never. When I always think about a lightsaber, I hardly think about his lightsaber. It's just, it's no. It's just, there's something about it. No, please don't move. No, later. Okay, my son gets very annoying now. Oh, wow, you do? I heard Vader's Vault is gonna relocate. I'm not sure if they gonna move back. Yes, I will do the review on the core band DV6. I will do that. I will just get the empty kits instead of using the Vader's Vault electronic installed saber. I love Vader's Vault, but I mean, they're in the end they're essentially core band kits made for everybody to install electronics the way they want, and I don't per se need a high mid-range soundboard in my core band saber, so I would opt for personally like a Pico or a Nano Biscotti soundboard, a cheaper variation. Install it myself because that's the do-yourself aspect of those empty kits basically. That is the appeal to it, and I like my Vader's Vault. They do a very good job bringing those core band kits to the next level in terms of installing the Delrin chassis and high-end electronic installation. But I felt like the price is fair. Actually, the price is very fair for what you get, but I feel like it's a lot of money in one time. It's like in one time $600-700 US. That's a little bit too much for me, to be honest. Yeah, no, I think it's a little bit too much for me. I don't know why I have that, but I did the Graflex kit from Vader's Vault and I really loved it. But yeah, if I get core band kits again, which I will get, as I said, I rather go for like crystal review options, etc., and bring those kits to the next level, like the real next level. What Vader's Vault does is really nice for that price, but I felt like maybe it would be more suitable if it had a crystal review or something, for maybe around that price or a little bit more, maybe a little bit more, not that much more. I felt like that I can achieve that. For $700 US. What's that? The Vader? What the Vader is? Let me see. What's the price of the Vader? I think it was $600 US. Let me see. Vader's Vault. Do that live. Why not? Okay. Because I feel like I don't know. Like these core band kits cost you 220 US dollar, and what Vader's Vault is charging for a high-end installation with a Delrin chassis and a loudspeaker, etc. Sega, of course. Sega. Where is it? Where's the faders? Gone. They removed from the website. No, right? Let me see. I just want to see it now. Now I've got this question. Limited editions. Yeah. Okay. So they charge $600 for this fader saber. The kit itself costs you around 200. No, let's say $200. Then they charge you a $400 more for a Delrin chassis, a Tricree LED, and a Crystal Shards 4.0, charger and a blade. Now, charger and blades I don't care too much. I have so many now, so that's a personal thing. I don't need it so much. So I could save money there. So for $400, what could I achieve? I could get a 3D printed chassis with a crystal review chamber in there. I could get a Tricree with a Nano Biscotti version 4 for less than $100 total. So let's say 150. I think maybe in terms of material, maybe I save myself maybe in total saber maybe $100, maybe $100 cheaper if I do it myself. Now, what I get as a benefit, I get a full RGB LED, I got a crystal review, 3D printed chassis. So the upside is I will save myself money. I will have more for my money because I have RGB. Downside will be I need to be a good installer, which I'm not. Faders Vault does a top-notch job. So that would really be worth the money. But the problem is the warranty is quite limited from Faders Vault. So even if I install it myself, in terms of warranty, it would not have that massive amount of difference in terms of just making sure the warranty is there. Hey, don't do. It's not fun. Okay. Good. Oh, hey man. Okay, my son is becoming super annoying, so I need to pay some attention to him. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Last question was from Bion80. It said, what do you think about neon pixels? I want to get my hands on it. I want to have a amber neon pixel blade, because amber is one of those colors. It's quite weak on in-hilt LEDs, and I love amber. And that is one color that I really want to have neon pixels for. I'm really interested for it. I heard some very rough prices for Faders Vault for the upcoming neon pixel blades, and it's gonna be very expensive. And I don't know if that expensive tech is something I want to invest too much into it, because it's really expensive probably. From the figures that I've heard, that's gonna be they're gonna be an easy pass for me, because just my wallet does not allow me to buy that kind of expensive stuff. But nonetheless, I'm very curious about it, and I think it's a very progressive, innovative new technology. And my nose is clogging up, so I can hardly talk anymore. So I'm gonna end this up, guys. I'm gonna take care of my son, and hopefully you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me for the last 2 years. There will be at least another 2 years going forward, and I'm just really happy that you guys are here, because I really appreciate the personal interaction with you guys, and making friends, and seeing all the wonderful stuff that you have as well. And I mean, you guys, I see you guys on the channel the whole time. I follow your channels, and it really feels like a happy family, and I'm really happy with that. And now I get emotional. I go cry. No, but seriously, guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm really happy with that. Okay, I'm gonna finish it up. I'm gonna punch my son. He's super naughty. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.